In 2007, Russians sent a very cold diver deep down to the bottom of the Arctic Sea to plant a flag at the North Pole. It is pretty much evident that Russians have long seen the potential of the Arctic. Well, they are far from beyond just seeing it. As our planet continues to increase in temperature and the Arctic ice cap recedes by the day, there is one country that is looking to gain the most from this rather threatening situation: Russia. Back in 2017, when a Russian oil tanker traveled across the Arctic without needing an icebreaker, it is when things really seemed to start taking action, where some considered it as a red flag that our planet was drawing closer to its demise as a result of rising temperatures. On the other hand, there was Russia, who had just achieved this huge milestone towards its greater plans for the North Sea route, and also the operator of the largest fleet of icebreakers in the world. The completion of this journey across the Arctic was the start of something that would change the world forever, and the dynamics of transport between North America, East Asia, and Western Europe, three of the biggest economic centers in the world. For those who are not well versed in the geography of this region, the Arctic Silk Road is proposed to open between the Western Pacific and Northern Atlantic. This construction would cut the transit time of containers from Asia to different parts of Europe in half or even shorter. Naturally, it would usually take about 48 days for ships to move from China to Rotterdam, where Europe's largest port is located. However, with a direct Arctic route, containers can now move from point A to point B in just about 19 days. With Russia already all over the news over tensions with Ukraine, it is simultaneously sitting at the forefront of commercializing the effects of climate change on the Arctic ice cap. Since the news of an Arctic Silk Road hit the world, both Russia and China have been pegged to lead the fight for this road. However, Russia seems to be the one with the most drive to profit from it sooner rather than later. First off, several bodies at the top of the Russian government are already pushing to have a massive port erected on the Kola Peninsula, which is located in the very northwest of Russia, and it is also one of the largest peninsulas in all of Europe. It makes up most of the territory of Murmansk Oblast, a federal subject of Russia. Being at the extreme edge of northwest Russia simply means that it is virtually inside the Arctic Circle itself, bordered by the Barents Sea on its north side and the White Sea on its east and southeast side. With being almost completely surrounded by water and easiest access to the Arctic Circle, Russia hopes to use this port as a stepping stone to make profits from the receding Arctic ice cap and an eventual Arctic Silk Road. At the moment, no timeline has been set for or if when the construction of this road will begin. However, before all parties involved agreed to the construction of the Arctic Silk Road, Russia was already making high-budget plans for a number of projects like this one that would give the country a massive return on its proposed investment. As of 2020, the governor of Murmansk Oblast, Andrei Shabi, already announced that they had signed an agreement with top members of the Russian military to start releasing land for the construction of the port. For a little glimpse at just how massive this project would be, Shabi mentioned that Rusam Cargo already proposed a container port that would take more than 4.5 million units. This would bring Russia's Arctic port to about the same size as the port of Tokyo. According to Rosatom, a project this size would set the country back $7 billion just to get the Arctic ready for proper commercialization. Based on information released by Rosatom Cargo, the company plans to construct 2 terminal hubs in what they are calling the Northern Sea Transport Corridor. This project will also involve up to 30 ice-level container ships designed with reinforced hulls and engines that would be powerful enough to break through ice flows. But this is just one of the projects planned in preparation of an Arctic trade route. Right now, Russia is the 4th largest greenhouse gas emitter in the world, falling behind China, the US, and the entire European Union. Now looking to capture even more of this market share, Russia has set plans in motion to put up a megaport on the Taimyr Peninsula that would cost approximately $110 billion. On completion, this megaport will be home to the largest Arctic oil terminal in Russia. In reality, the sheer size of the project and the isolation of its location require that the infrastructure for just reaching the construction site first be made available before construction can commence. The numbers following this project are some of the craziest things you will ever see. Before the construction can properly begin, the government must first develop new highways in the region, at least 2 airports, 15 villages, and multiple electric plants that will power both the construction work when it begins and the people that will be living in the area. Some statistics claim that at least 400,000 local workers will be needed to complete this project. To show that it means business on this occasion, the equipment, living quarters, and heavy machinery have already been spotted on site, and new changes are made every day. When all this effort is considered, and just how much money the nation has already spent, it begs the question, what is the profit margin? Well, the simple answer to that is far greater than you could possibly imagine. However, for a more detailed breakdown, a 770-kilometer pipeline is already getting set up to move oil from within Russia to the port. By the time the megaport is completed, it will be the distribution point for the oil going to different parts of Europe and Asia. This ease of transit will have 2 specific advantages for the Russian economy. First off, because the products are easy to transport and most likely cheaper, Russia is likely to become the go-to customer for the oil needs of its neighboring countries in Europe and Asia. Secondly, a big stake like this also implies that Russia may soon monopolize the oil market in the Arctic. By 2025, they are projected to have sold about 25 million tons of oil, and 4 times that number, 100 million tons, by 2030. So far, a lot of individual and government bodies have tried to discourage the Arctic work being pursued by Russia, some with genuine motives, others for personal gain. Either way, Russia is not backing down from this opportunity to take over the oil space and trading as we know it as the Arctic region. For Russia, it's just business, whatever the effects of climate change. They evidently just want to be at the top of the food chain, no matter the consequences. Let us know your thoughts on this project in the comments section below. Be sure to subscribe for more content like this and hit the like button so more people can see it. Thank you for watching. See you at the next one.